Fate Gaio. This is an absolute amazing duo synergy when it comes to the mid-game, late game. Not exactly the Dragon Lane, but what we're looking at is the teamfight potential of these two picks from DR Esports.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be in for a treat. We will be seeing champions flying in here and there all over the map with the global presence of these two champions. Maybe a Pantheon to top this all up. That's an impossible pick. That's a possible pick for their esports, but Lee Sin is going to be picked up by Chianese, and Dedenne will hover over the Lucian.
Yeah, I think Lucian right now is still very strong. I think one of the key things to point out when you're picking up a Lucian is your strong point, which is the culling that can shred down enemy team when it comes to the HP. But what our problem is right now when you have Lucian is you need to prioritize the early game, because when it comes to your level scaling in your AD, it's not going to be the best because it has been nerfed recently in patch 2.4a from 4.9 into 2.45, and that's not going to be the greatest for the ADC for LAKAN Esports so far. But DR locking on to Fiora, locking on to Kha'Zix. They want to go for this 4-1 tap setup later on.
Yes, and I love that right now for DR Esports, but the responses of Blitzcrank and Fizz right here. I love that Fizz can always respond to the split pushes. And there it is. Rox, who will have the better hook? This, again, I will repeat this, ladies and gentlemen, we are in for a treat. This is a very good lineup for both teams.
No, the problem that we have right now for DR Esports is they're centralizing their damage onto AP champions. Maybe Etaf and Devil J will alleviate some of their AD lack for this damage category, but relying on Twisted Fate as their AD might go for the route of pure AP or monotonic type of situation for DR Esports that might actually quite affect them. But still, I think having that Trash, having that Kha'Zix and Fiora might be a good feat for DR Esports in this game too.
Right, definitely. But I have a strong feeling that DR Esports is just going to be baiting out team fights right here. And the split push of Fiora will be their win condition for this game. That is DR Esports. And I'm just really guessing how DR Esports might run, because this is a very good team to really look at. But here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Boys and girls, game number 2. LAKAN Esports on blue side and DR Esports on the red. LAKAN went in for a 5-man early aggression right here, but they're not going to catch anyone. So DR Esports will clear the wave first here on the mid.
Yeah, it's a 5-man roam immediately for LAKAN Esports, and DR Esports went in for the current traditional playstyle of having that dual lane come into mid to go for the fast clear and support their jungler later on. And with DR Esports having that pressure down, you're looking at a very safe play for Gaio, for Edaf in the mid lane. And so far, DR Esports has come into the bot side very, very quickly and has been frozen near them under their turret.
Yes, definitely. Interestingly enough, Lee Sin is going to go for the Krugs right here. I guess he wants to make sure that he will focus here on the bottom lane, make sure this lane will have a better position. Look at that. Arjuk and Isen is going to be pushing priority on the bottom lane because of the pull threat of that Blitzcrank. On the mid, pretty even for Dedenne and Edaf. At the Baron lane, though, that's going to be very interesting. Fiora against Darius. Who will win that lane?
I mean, it depends, right? I think Fiora also scales in mid-game, late-game. Tante is a snowball champion. So it's a matter of utilizing Repose. If Devil J exactly does that, I think that's going to be great. But DR Esports contesting on a Rift Cutler.
All right, Deja Vu once again. Rift Cutler right here in the fight. Gold card is going to be connecting. That's going to be first blood secured by DR Esports. Once again, as the gold card is slapped on the face of the Sin. Chianese already out. DR Esports with the first kill.
Yeah. So having a first clear for DR Esports, once again, I think they want to go for the run back for their game 1 in the early aggression. But top side, Rift Cutler, Edaf.
All right, Edaf will be forced to flash away right here. Good win right here for LAKAN Esports. Rift Cutler still available, so Chianese is going to go for the cleanup right here. But then again, the flash of Edaf was spent right there. Well played, LAKAN.
And I think that was just a very good trade, as you stated, LAKAN Esports, getting that flash away for Edaf, especially when you are considering 120 seconds for the flash to come up once again. 2 minutes and 30 seconds currently is now on the clock. So pretty much 1 minute and 30 seconds, that's going to be the Dragon and the Rift Dollar coming up. And it might not be enough to have that flash available in those fights. And I think that's going to be a crucial situation for DR Esports to bring back. And so
Definitely.
far, LAKAN Esports is holding on. 0-1 so far. They're not letting DR Esports get those multiple kills in this early game.
Yes, definitely. At the very least, they also got 2 scuttlers in the early game. That will put them ahead in this game. They're still down in the gold count, but at the very least, EDF will not be able to really roam around freely in this map. And because of that, we are seeing a safer 3-minute mark at this 3-minute mark of the game for both teams. Let's see, as Lee Sin steals the Raptors camp from DR Esports. That's big. Chianese will be spotted right here with the I see he's gonna go for the steal. I think he's gonna go. Don't do so with the kick right there. Well played. Destiny's gonna be coming in. Another gold card connecting on Chianese, and he regrets the decision right away as he goes down. DR Esports will take take 2, as LAKAN will be able to take only 1 from DR Esports. Well played, DR.
Yeah, that was a 2-for-1. And 10 seconds remaining for the Rift Herald and the Mountain Dragon to come up. Huge advantage for DR Esports. EDF getting those kills. DR Esports getting those downs. And I think right now, LAKAN Esports is just going in for some risky plays that might affect them later on when it comes to the disadvantage in those 5v5. Because currently, you're fighting up against a Twisted Fate. You're fighting against EDF. You're solo down.
Yeah, he invested the ultimate right there, the kick, just for a steal. He forgot that there's a Twisted Fate who can go in, or Galio who can go in for the fight. Then again, it is the Dragon that's going to be focused on by both teams right now. As LAKAN Esports is going to be starting it. I don't know if their esports knows about this just yet, but Dragon is already being started. Aizen is trapped in the pit, but he does have a dash away, so he's gonna be okay. Dragon already half HP down, being pulled away from the side of LAKAN Esports. That is the culling that's gonna be invested right here. It is DR Esports who will take the first break of the game, and the fight is on. Gold card is gonna be connecting onto Lee Sin. Chien is already very low, and that's the signal for LAKAN Esports to get out of there. Dedene goes in, is trapped under the pit. But DR Esports doesn't want to fight this one out. Or do they? Here comes the re-engage, and it is Dedene out of the fight. Grand Challenge is going to be casted, and that's another kill in favor of DR Esports, and they're just not done yet. After a beautiful hook from Rox, it is going to be a 3-for-0 special DR Esports.
DR Esports is so patient in that fight. They were waiting for LAKAN Esports to engage, and they just counter-engaged that. And I think they have gotten a lot here in the early game.
All right, the apprehend is going to be connecting onto EDF. That's enough to really... the pull is going to be there, but Devil J will repost out. It's going to be okay. Those are clutch moves right there for Devil J. And the tensions are high for this Rift Herald right here. Here comes the fight. Rox is going to be initiating the fight. The hook onto Blitzcrank. That's big. The silence connecting onto Gospel, so he will not be able to throw out the gold card. But nonetheless, they don't need that much, as 4 champions from LAKAN Esports go down. DR Esports takes the bodies, and they take the Rift Herald as their reward.
6 minutes into the matchup, you already have 10 kills in this game. They're running it back from that game 1. They're running back history here for DR Esports, and currently, when you're looking at the gold lead, they are now standing at 6k gold, and you're looking at the items. Dustblade already for EDF. Roa already for Galio. BRK even for Gospel. And I think this is the answer that we were looking for when it comes to the composition. Gospel will act as an ADC. He is going for the AD route so far in this matchup. So this is going to be big for DR Esports so far. They have the disadvantage later game, but LAKAN Esports is just pressuring in.
And that's a good setup right there. That's going to be the first turn denied onto DR Esports. Yes, DR Esports won the first Rift Herald. The Rift Herald, the first streak of the game. Even the kills is into them, but this time LAKAN Esports able to deny the first turret. Gospel uses the Destiny to escape right here, but the silence is going to be on point. He won't be able to escape this time as he goes down 2-10, but DR Esports is in the area. The hook for the revenge, but no follow-up at this point. So hold that thought. Good leap right here by EDF, and that's a dead fish as Dedene goes down.
Top side, another one.
Dante already very low. Repose is not going to connect, but he pulled Devil J into the trouble. into a troublesome position, but they are both gonna disengage. Well played for both teams.
Just the decimate, actually giving sustainability by Tante, but a questionable move there by Dedene. Jumping around, considering that DR Esports was known when it comes to location. But regardless, now, LAKAN Esports wants to engage potentially as he had two-man row mid lane.
Yes, definitely. There are two champions right here. Even Rocks. So whoever pulls a good pull right here, a good hook right here, will be winning that one. But they won't pull the trigger. They have their sights onto Gospel. But Rocks is rotating on the bottom lane. Dedene is gonna be safe under the turret. Good warding right here. Here comes Edda. Are they gonna be able to take this one down? I think so. That Gospel turret takedown is fast, and that's another turret going down in favor of DR Esports.
They're quick and efficient, but here in the middle lane, it's just they're looking at each other in the eyes. What do you see? I think DR Esports seeing a lot of advantage in LAKAN, seeing Devil J.
All right, the culling is going to start that. The kick is going to be on point. Devil J, you need to get out of town. Repost will just delay the inevitable. He still goes down. Good pickup by LAKAN Esports. That ward paid dividends for them.
But DR Esports wants to try to go for the trade.
Right.
The Dragon is open. LAKAN is going for the top push. So this might be the Ocean Drake turret trade for both these teams.
Yes, but the wave is not yet there for LAKAN Esports at top side, so they're not going to be able to trade this. Interesting move from LAKAN Esports.
Dedene, Edda, actually tries to catch him down, but I mean, they're just hovering down. Dedene in a bad situation, bad spot.
I think they know where Dedene is. Oh, yes, there it is.
They are!
Will find that perfect hit right there, and the hunt is on. Dedene in trouble. Riftherald is going to be summoned right here to make sure that turret goes down. So DR Esports takes one down and takes a turret down. They now go for the Destiny to know where everyone is. Gospel even goes in with the gold card. Will not be connecting onto Isen. So they're going to be okay. Culling is with the investor right here. Oh no, the bottom turret is already down. This is big for DR Esports. Rox sends out the ultimate right there, but they're going to be okay. They find an escape. DR Esports just gets in, takes the bodies and get out. They're not done yet. Mid is going to go down too.
They got a lot of turrets, and on top of that, one of those is an inhibitor turret.
Right.
So natural lane pressure for DR Esports into the bot side. They have opened up the map. They have opened up the base. LAKAN go for an engage.
Oh, big kick right there.
Whoa,
The face, but Rocks with the clutch lamp right there. Gospel barely survives, but he still goes down. Good job by LAKAN Esports to take down Gospel. Rocks survived despite the bad position. That's well played by Rocks, but here comes LAKAN with the revenge kill with the dock. Takes down Fiora. He's gonna go down. Adam is next. Let's see if he's gonna survive. No, he won't be able to use the lamp this time. So LAKAN Esports takes 3 down, and they will take the mid turret as their reward.
Yeah, and LAKAN Esports is slowly creeping back, but still gonna be the 7K goal lead for DR Esports so far. But at the very least, they're going for some objectives that they were lacking from that game 1. And they have understood what they need to do. And I think the mistake for DR Esports in that fight was going in for 1v5 constantly. They were jumping one by one, and you're fighting up against LAKAN Esports, which has a lot of AoE potential in CC chain in the form of Ardruk and Tante to match their hooks and the apprehend in those team fights. So that was just the best situation for LAKAN Esports to gain those triple kills.
Yeah.
DR Esports needs to avoid that bot lane.
Oh, Devil J is already online, and he erases Dedene just like that. Devil J with a 1v1 kill. Well played.
And the thieves get the trade down onto Dedene. And the problem here is Dedene is falling down behind with the gold when it comes to the gold accumulation.
Right.
It's only 7K when it compared to Eduf, currently at 8K. DR Esports though, going for an aggressive push.
All right, but that's going to be spotted by LAKAN right here. So LAKAN will be able to back away. LAKAN doesn't even go for engage. They don't really know how many champions are there. And don't forget the global presence. Even if there is only 1 or 2 there, everyone can always go inside, get in and join the fight in a snap of a finger. So LAKAN Esports doesn't want that to happen at this point. Well played so far. They're going to be setting up for the death bush right here. This is what they need to do. Start to get some pickoffs, slowly chip on that lead so that you can get back into the game. Your esports though, very careful at this point. Or not, Eduf. All right, that's not gonna be a pull right here. Arjuk doesn't pull the trigger.
Yeah, but DR Esports wants to try and fight this down.
Mm-hmm.
LAKAN is just there in the bush, waiting for the right opportunity, but it's a standstill as both teams are weighing out the risk and benefit to go all in that fight. But 13 seconds on the clock, Cloud Dragon will be alive.
All right, I guess everyone's preparing for that. Just this point from the waters. It's going to be connecting onto Edif right here. The fight is on. Baby Arjuk already very low in this fight. But let's see, it is going to be Edif who goes down first. LAKAN now has the numbers advantage, but DR Esports are fearless in this fight. Rock sends out the ultimate right there. The hook is going to be on point. Chiani's in trouble. Will be able to stage it to survive. And that's a godlike streak onto our Edif. And the Destiny is going to be used here to make sure nobody gets out. The gold card gets slapped on the face of Arjuk, but Arjuk will find an escape, or will he? As he's going to be chased by Devil J right here. And right there, Rampage for the man of Oppo Ace for DR Esports. TP's coming in to secure